Good morning, everybody, and welcome to today's severe weather update. So we have a massive slight risk of severe weather issued by the Storm Prediction Center across portions of Missouri, Illinois, Indiana, Southwest Ohio, Kentucky, Tennessee, Eastern Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, and Georgia in the yellow today, and an even larger marginal risk covering much of the eastern third of the United States in the dark green, as well as portions of the Rockies. And looking at today's tornado threat, we have an elevated tornado threat across portions of Illinois and far eastern Missouri today, where the Storm Prediction Center has issued a 5% chance of tornadoes touching down within 25 miles of a location in this brown area today. And this includes major cities like St. Louis, Missouri, and Springfield, Illinois. So we do have a bit of an elevated tornado threat today in these areas. So make sure you're on guard for some scattered tornadoes, especially in this brown area today, as we have some spin in the atmosphere. And we have a 2% chance of tornadoes in the green area, including Hannibal, Peoria, just south of Indianapolis, Cincinnati, Louisville, and Evansville, Indiana. Make sure you're on guard for an isolated spin-up tornado if you live in the green area today. Looking at today's damaging wind threat, we have a widespread 15% chance of damaging straight-line winds of 58 miles per hour stronger within 25 miles of a location across the Midwest Tennessee Valley and into the south in the yellow, and a 5% damaging wind risk in the brown. A couple of 5% damaging wind risks across portions of Wyoming, Utah, and Colorado, as well as New Mexico, far western Oklahoma, and the northwestern tip of the Texas Panhandle. So make sure you're on guard for some isolated to scattered damaging wind gusts if you live in the yellow and brown areas today. And looking at the large hail threat, we have a localized area that could be seeing significant hail today, centered around Hannibal, Springfield, and St. Louis. We could be seeing hailstones of 2 inches in diameter or larger today, of golf ball to tennis ball to baseball size. So make sure you're parking your cars in the garage if you live in St. Louis, Springfield, Hannibal, and in this hatched area. We have a 15% chance of quarter-size hail or larger within 25 miles of a location in the yellow area, 5% chance in these brown areas today. So timing out the storms today, like yesterday, we have this low pressure moving across the upper Midwest, creating a spin to the atmosphere, and this is going to generate rotating storms as early as noon today across central Iowa, and especially as we go into the evening around 6 to 7 o'clock, we're going to start to see some supercells developing across central Illinois around Springfield and Peoria and St. Louis. These could be producing very large hail, and they initiate, as well as some spin-up tornadoes. And then going into 8 and 9 o'clock this evening, could be seeing multiple ongoing supercells across south central Illinois, producing some tornadoes and damaging winds. And then going into 11 p.m., we could see a consolidation into an MCS across western Indiana, eastern Illinois. And then going into the overnight, by 1 a.m. Central Time, we could be seeing a damaging mesoscale convective system pushing across south central Indiana through Indianapolis. And then this is going to continue all the way through the overnight to Ohio before we see the complex weaken across eastern Ohio. And before I close the video out, I'm going to show you guys the Supercell Composite Parameter, because I do think that the tornado threat is a little bit elevated today, a little bit higher than what the Storm Prediction Center is saying. As looking at the Supercell Composite Parameter by 7 p.m., we're seeing values between about 5 and 10 across eastern Missouri, southern Illinois in the threat area. And then as we go into 9 p.m. Central Time, supercell composites are reaching 12 in southern Illinois, western Kentucky, southeastern Missouri. So I do think, and then even as we go into the overnight, around 11 p.m., Supercell Composites between 7 and 10 in southern Illinois, western Kentucky, and southwestern Indiana. And this goes all the way through 2 a.m. So make sure you're really paying attention to the weather today if you live across portions of southern Illinois, southeast Missouri, even western Kentucky, as I do believe you have an elevated tornado threat today. Thanks for watching today's severe weather update. Please stay safe if you live across portions of the Midwest, and have a wonderful day, my friends.